What is a cash conversion cycle? Hey, it's Brad from probatehouseguy.com. So I'm a real estate investor. I specialize in the world of probate and inheritance properties. I actually have a very unique way that I get probate and inheritance deals all over the country, and I work with partners all over the US. So if you're interested in working together, please visit probatehouseguy.com to learn more. All right, so let's talk about cash conversion cycle. What does that mean? To a lot of newer investors, they probably don't even know what that means. So that is the time it takes to convert your real estate deal into cash, into cold hard cash. Well, not cold hard cash, but cash in your bank account. If you ever heard the term real estate rich and cash poor, well, that's the game of investing in real estate, right? We're forever in this cycle of like having lots of real estate and having no cash. If I can give one piece of advice to any new person, is make sure you have a good runway of cash to support you through these cash flow cycles, because this business is like this. I've been in it for 8 years now. I've been doing this, and it's always been like this. It has never leveled out. You will have your peaks and your valleys, and you need to make sure that you have enough cash or access to capital, whether that be lines of credit or whatever, so that you can get over that hump to the next one. The best way to do it is with cash, right? If you haven't read the book Profit First, I highly suggest you do that. I'm implementing that in my business. I actually did it for a number of years and it was great. And then I kind of fell off the horse because of other circumstances in life. And I'm getting back on that horse again because, especially right now, in the market that we're in, you need to be paying attention to cash conversion cycles because you can run out of money. Trust me, I have run out of money before and it's not fun. And I always figure out how to get money and get back on the horse again. But you need to make sure, there have been times where I've got maybe 4 or 5, 6, deals in the pipeline worth $150,000, $200,000 worth of revenue. And I don't have any money in the bank account to show for it. And that's because you just have it all in the properties and you got to understand the cash conversion cycle. So what you might have to do is a way that we sort of alleviate cash conversion cycle is by wholesaling properties. Sometimes we will wholesale a property or two just to get that quick cash. Yes, could I take that property down and flip it and make more money? Yeah, but I'm not going to realize that cash for 60, 90, 180 days later. So sometimes in order to keep the business going so that you don't pull back on marketing, if you're doing direct seller marketing or anything, the worst thing that you can do is pull back on your marketing and really stop marketing altogether. There have been times where I've scaled back marketing a little bit. In fact, during the holidays, I've done it. There were many years where I didn't pull back during the holidays, which I just really the month of December. And in the last couple of years, I don't really do much marketing in the month of December. And I really found that it didn't really affect my business either way. I had the same January and February results, whether I did marketing in December or I didn't do marketing in December. It didn't really matter in my case, right? It may be different in your case, but in my case, didn't really make much of a difference. So just don't really spend that money in the month of December because people aren't really thinking about selling houses and that sort of thing, right? So if you are doing marketing, the worst thing you can do is pull back. And sometimes you have to pull back because you run out of money and you don't have the cash to pay for the marketing. That's not a good thing because to get that ball rolling again is much more difficult because this game is about momentum and this business is about the speed of money. It's not about maximizing every last dollar, which you should pay attention to that, but you should also pay attention to the speed of the money. Because if you have a consistent pipeline of deals and you're doing consistent marketing, you do have that consistent pipeline where you don't have to scrape every last dollar out of every single deal because you've got another one in the pipe. So you need to understand those cash conversion cycles and how long it takes for you to convert that deal into cash in your bank account. And only you can figure that out. Make sure you're paying attention to your data. Make sure you're paying attention to your flips. Are you doing huge, giant projects? I know a lot of very successful investors who have gotten out of doing very large, big rehab flips because the cash conversion cycle is so long, because it's so cash intensive, and it takes them a long time to realize that profit and actually have it in their bank account, that they realize that it's actually better for them to do mild to easy rehabs, because they can do 2, 3, 4 of those rehabs in the same amount of time as that long flip and have money in their bank account, like coming into their bank account constantly. Now, obviously, the way to alleviate that is to have a good cash runway. In fact, I'm looking out the window right now. I've sold a property a few doors down. I bought a chunk of property, split it up, and sold a piece to a builder. He's building a house right now. I've gotten to know this builder. He does everything for cash. He borrows no money. He's been in this project now for over a year. It's the end of January right now when I'm making this video. We closed and sold him that lot at the end of December of last year. So for a year now, he's working on it. He's doing trim right now, so he'll be done with this project, I think, in the next probably 2 months. He should have this house on the market right around March, April timeframe, which is a great time to list that house, right? Perfect time to list the house. But think about all the cash that he's got tied up in that project. He has cash, I bet, in that house build, he's got $1 million tied up in that thing, between the purchase of the land and all the, grading work and all the things in the construction and everything. $1 million tied up in that house. And that's not his only project he does. He does lots of projects. So he's got a lot of cash tied up in a lot of projects. Is he going to see really good profit margins? Yeah, I bet you on that build, he's building a spec. I bet you at the end of the day, he'll probably net close to $200,000 on that build right now. And he's done very successful for himself over the years. But he didn't start out that way. He started out doing smaller deals, and he understands the value of that cash conversion cycle, because you can definitely make more money in the long run, but you need to make sure you have that cash runway. And the only way to make sure that cash runway is steady is to pay attention to your cash conversion cycle. Make sure you're doing deals, whether you're choosing to take down a deal, flip a deal, wholesale a deal, whatever you're planning on doing with that deal. Make sure you look at that cash conversion cycle and make sure that you understand you can do these cash flow projections, because otherwise you may run out of money and it's not fun. Trust me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Not fun to run out of money. And it's nice when you make these big paydays, right? But there are times where you might not make big paydays, especially this business is very cyclical. It is, sometimes you'll make like a ton of money and then you'll have dead times. And not to mention 2023 was a roller coaster ride for a lot of us in the real estate business, where the market's very frothy and weird and interest rates are going up and coming down and going up and coming down. And all of a sudden, one week you got a bunch of showings and the next week you don't, right? That is the unpredictability of this business, but there's still good money to be made if you're paying attention to those metrics and paying attention to your cash flow. Hey, this is Brad from probatehouseguy.com. Thanks for checking out this video. Go visit the Probate House Guy podcast, or you can go visit the rest of our YouTube channel and check out all of our other videos. So thanks for checking out this video. Good luck. Have a great day. Bye-bye.